Hey everyone! You know we are all about finding those hidden gems in a home, those spaces with so much potential, just waiting to be unlocked. And let me tell you, an attic and a garage, they're like treasure chests of possibilities. Looking for a home that maximizes space and functionality? A house with an attic and a garage offers smart solutions for storage, comfort, and efficient planning. We're all about creating homes that are both beautiful and functional, and these spaces can really add so much value. Let's dive into this well-designed project, and I'll share some of my favorite tips and tricks for making the most of these often overlooked areas. Now, y'all know I love a good attic renovation. There's something magical about transforming a space that often goes unnoticed. It's like finding hidden treasure in your own home. The potential is just waiting to be unlocked. An attic isn't just for storing those dusty old boxes. It can be so much more. With a little creativity, it can become a multifunctional space that adds value and charm to your home. Imagine a cozy bedroom tucked away under the eaves, filled with natural light streaming in from a dormer window. It's the perfect retreat for guests, or even a serene master suite, or a home office where you can escape the hustle and bustle and let your creativity flow. The quiet and seclusion of an attic make it an ideal workspace. One of my favorite things about finishing out an attic is the chance to bring in those charming architectural details. These elements can really set the space apart. Think exposed beams, shiplap walls, and maybe even some reclaimed wood accents. These features add so much character and warmth. It's all about creating a space that feels warm, inviting, and full of character. You want it to be a place where people feel comfortable and at home. And don't forget about lighting. Proper lighting can make a huge difference in how the space feels. Skylights are a game changer in an attic. Flooding the space with natural light and making it feel open and airy, they can transform a dark, cramped area into a bright, welcoming room. Now I know what you're thinking, won't an attic feel cramped and stuffy? It's a common concern, but there are ways to address it. Well, not if you plan it right. Thoughtful design and layout can make even a small attic feel spacious and comfortable. Proper insulation is key to keeping the space comfortable year-round. It helps regulate temperature and can make a big difference in how the space is used. And don't forget about ventilation. Good airflow is essential to prevent the space from feeling stuffy. A few well-placed windows or a ceiling fan can work wonders for air circulation. These additions can help keep the space fresh and comfortable. When it comes to decorating an attic, I like to keep things light and bright. This helps to make the space feel larger and more open. Think white walls, cozy textiles, and pops of color here and there. These elements can add warmth and personality to the space. And don't be afraid to get creative with furniture. Unique pieces can add character and functionality. A vintage trunk can double as storage and a coffee table, while a comfy armchair tucked into a corner creates the perfect reading nook. These touches make the space feel lived in and loved. Remember, an attic is a blank canvas just waiting for your personal touch. It's an opportunity to create something truly unique. So have fun with it and let your imagination run wild. The possibilities are endless, and the results can be incredibly rewarding. Now let's head on down to the garage, shall we? It's time to give this often neglected space the attention it deserves. Now the garage often gets overlooked when it comes to home design, but it doesn't have to be that way. It's such an important part of your home's functionality, offering both storage and utility. First things first, you've got to decide. Attached or detached? This choice will set the foundation for your entire garage plan. Both have their pros and cons, and it's essential to weigh them carefully. An attached garage is super convenient, especially on those rainy days when you don't want to trek across the yard with groceries. It also provides easy access to your home. Plus, it can save on building costs, making it a budget-friendly option for many homeowners, but a detached garage gives you more flexibility in terms of design and layout. You can place it wherever it fits best on your property. You can really let your creativity shine and create a space that's tailored to your specific needs, making it a true extension of your home. Whether it's a workshop, a home gym, or even an art studio, the possibilities are endless. No matter which route you choose, think about the flow of traffic. This will ensure that your garage is both functional and easy to navigate. You want to make sure there's plenty of room to park your cars, get in and out easily, and still have space for storage. A well-organized garage can make a world of difference. Speaking of storage, the garage is prime real estate for keeping things organized. It's the perfect place to store seasonal items, tools, and more. Think about incorporating built-in shelving, wall-mounted racks, and even a pegboard to hang tools and gardening supplies. These solutions can maximize your space. And don't forget about overhead storage. Utilizing the ceiling space can free up valuable floor area. Those rafters are just begging to be utilized. They can hold storage boxes, seasonal decorations, and more. And just like with the attic, good lighting is essential in a garage. Proper lighting can make all the difference in functionality. Nobody wants to be fumbling around in the dark. Adequate lighting ensures safety and efficiency. Consider adding windows for natural light, and make sure you have plenty of overhead lighting as well. A bright garage is a welcoming and practical space. Now let's talk about keeping those attics and garages comfortable year-round. Y'all know how important it is to have a well-insulated and ventilated home, and those spaces are no exception. In fact, they can be real temperature traps if you're not careful. In the heat of summer, an attic can turn into a sauna, while a garage can feel like an oven. And in the winter, all that heat you're paying for can escape through those uninsulated walls and ceilings. That's why proper insulation is key. A well-insulated attic and garage will help regulate the temperature in those spaces, making them more comfortable to spend time in. Plus, it'll help you save money on your energy bills. Now, insulation is important, but it's only half the equation. You also need good ventilation to prevent moisture buildup, which can lead to mold and mildew. Nobody wants that. In the attic, make sure you have adequate roof vents and soffit vents to allow for proper air circulation. And in the garage, consider adding a few windows or even a whole house fan to keep the air moving. Trust me, your home will thank you for it. One of the best things about having an attic and a garage is all that glorious storage space. These areas can be a real game changer when it comes to keeping your home organized and clutter-free. But with so much potential, it's easy to let things get out of hand. Before you know it, these spaces can become dumping grounds for all sorts of odds and ends. That's why I always say, a place for everything and everything in its place. With a little planning and the right storage solutions, you can transform these areas into highly functional spaces. Let's start with the attic. This often overlooked space can be a treasure trove of storage opportunities. Now, if you're lucky enough to have high ceilings, you can really maximize your vertical space. This is especially useful for storing items you don't need to access frequently. Think built-in shelving units that go all the way up to the eaves. These can be custom designed to fit your specific needs and the unique dimensions of your attic. You can use them to store seasonal decorations, luggage, or even those family heirlooms you just can't bear to part with. This keeps them safe and out of the way, yet easily accessible when needed. For those awkward nooks and crannies, consider adding some custom cabinetry. These can be tailored to fit perfectly into those tricky spaces, making the most of every inch. It's a great way to add storage, while also creating a polished, finished look. Custom cabinetry can really elevate the aesthetic of your attic, making it a pleasant space to spend time in. And don't forget about the floor space. This is often underutilized, but can be incredibly valuable for storing larger items. Large, clear storage bins are perfect for storing off-season clothing, sporting equipment, or anything else you don't need access to on a regular basis. Label them clearly to make finding items a breeze. Now let's move on to the garage. This space is often the workhorse of the home, storing everything from tools to outdoor gear. The garage is a great place to store tools, gardening supplies, and anything else you need for outdoor projects. Keeping these items organized can save you a lot of time and hassle. I love using a combination of wall-mounted racks, pegboards, and open shelving to keep everything organized and within easy reach. This way, you can see everything at a glance and grab what you need quickly. And don't forget about overhead storage. This is often an underutilized area that can provide a lot of extra space. Those rafters are just begging to be utilized. You can install overhead racks or even simple hooks to hang items. You can hang bikes, kayaks, or even seasonal furniture up high, freeing up valuable floor space. This not only keeps things organized, but also makes your garage feel more spacious and functional. Now that we've tackled the inside of the attic and garage, let's talk about how to make them look just as good on the outside. You want those spaces to blend seamlessly with the rest of your home's exterior, not stick out like a sore thumb. One of the easiest ways to create a cohesive look is to use matching materials. If your home has a brick exterior, consider adding some brick accents to the garage or around the attic windows. If you have siding, make sure it matches the style and color of the siding on the rest of the house. And don't forget about the little details. Things like the style of your garage doors, The trim around the windows, and even the hardware can make a big difference. Choose elements that complement the overall style of your home. Landscaping can also play a big role in tying everything together. A few well-placed shrubs or flower beds can help soften the transition between the house and the garage. And if you have a detached garage, consider adding a pathway to connect it to the house. Remember, the goal is to create a sense of harmony and balance. You want your attic and garage to feel like an integral part of your home's design, not an afterthought. I hope y'all enjoyed this little tour of this amazing home and learned a thing or two about making the most of your attic and garage space. Remember, these often overlooked areas have so much potential to add valuable square footage, functionality, and personality to your home. A home with an attic and garage offers extra space, functionality, and smart design opportunities. Don't be afraid to dream big and think outside the box. Use these tips to make the most of your layout. Like and subscribe for more project reviews.